Hello everybody, welcome to another health chat with me. Today we're gonna be talking about body positivity. I love this topic because every single person looks different. They're built different, their genetics are different, their medical history is different, all of those kind of things. And I think that is beautiful because how boring would it be if we all looked the same? Gross. And also I'd seen this post, I've seen it numerous times too. It was just like, why the guy that's like super shredded isn't as good as the guy with the dad bod. And it was like, they're comfier to sleep on, like all of these things. And I'm like, well, that's great that you have preferences. You should not be shitting on other body types just because that's not what you like. Because what about if that guy that goes to the gym all the time, maybe he was somebody that had a really bad medical condition when he was younger and he finally got to the point where he could put on weight and, look really good. Or, maybe he was a bigger guy that had issues and then now he's like really shredded at the gym, and somebody's body is none of your fucking business. Like, unless it's like a really close friend of yours or somebody you know very personally, and they're harming themselves with like anorexia, bulimia, any type of eating disorder, maybe eating too much, we all know people like that, right? But even then, you can only offer them so much help. It is their life, it's their business, and it's none of yours. So there's that. But I know for myself, my one cousin, she's actually got a heart condition, so she avoids any kind of sugar, like she won't even eat fruit. She has to take supplements and stuff for that. Any kind of a stimulant. Sorry, I just pointed at my coffee. You obviously can't see it, but it's there. But she avoids stimulants and stuff like that. And because of that, she's very, very slight. Like, her metabolism is insane because of her heart condition and the amount of people that have told her, she needs to put on weight, all of that kind of stuff. And I even had people tell me that after I had my gallbladder surgery, because my diet completely changed, but I was also somebody that, like, I didn't put on weight easily anyways. And what people used to say to me, which made myself and my cousin actually way more aggressive than we maybe should have been, because we were constantly defending ourselves against people that knew nothing about us. And I mean, I've had that even with my height. I used to get in fights at the bar with guys because they would come up to me and either tell me I was disgusting or I was too tall or all of those things. Like, guys wouldn't even stand near me, some of them. And then, like, I've had guys come at me and start fighting with me just because I was taller. I'm just like, what is going on in people's heads, right? Like, and then when you realize people saying that stuff to you has way more to do with them and their own insecurities than it does with what you actually look like, it's really easy to drown them out. And we're constantly drowning out other people's voices. Like, what other people think of us is none of our business. Personally, I'm just like, I don't care what you think of me. Like, if it's nice, that's nice to hear it, and I appreciate you sharing. But if it's like negative like that, or if it's something to do with something I can't control, like, what am I to do with this information? Like, what am I supposed to do? Right? Like, everybody's different. Nobody has a choice really of what they look like, how they're built, like their genetic structure, anything like that. Nobody has that choice. So why are you giving shit to people that look like that? Also, if you are a bigger person, just know that in a lot of countries right now still, and even like 100 years ago, if you were a bigger person, you were considered royalty because you had enough food that you could eat that much. So if somebody shit talks to you, you can be like, I'm royalty, okay? How dare you talk to me like that? Do that. And also, if you're long and lanky like me, just neck whip them like giraffes do, because obviously we are giraffes. So, but again, nobody has any type of a choice on what they look like. So drowning the people out is kind of key to our own survival. And being able to do that is definitely a practice. I obviously, it took me a long time to realize those people didn't matter. But once you finally kind of figure out how to do that, I mean, you're obviously still, again, going to feel some effect of it, because a lot of times when you hear that, like, it's like the slow drip, right? But you hear it, and then that being able to deal with will just kind of being able to deal with it will just get easier as it goes on. So just imagine those comments coming in really, really slowly. And it's hard not to be reactive, but even taking a deep breath first and just, telling that person, hey, thanks for your unsolicited advice, and just leave it. People love to know that their advice is unsolicited, so just expect maybe some animosity with that. But again, what they think of you is none of your business. Like, if you're happy with what you look like, constantly tell yourself in the mirror that. Even if you're not happy what you look like, just continue to say to yourself, I love myself the way I am now, while working towards where I want to be. And that can work for so many other things, right? But especially when it comes to your body. So look in front of a mirror, maybe be in your underwear, maybe whatever resonates with you, but continue to say that to yourself, even after somebody says something maybe to you that's not in your best interest to listen to. Just constantly say. And the more you say that to yourself, the more you'll believe it. You'll feel like an absolute fraud at the beginning because you don't actually feel that way, but the more you say it, the better it gets, right? It's kind of like the more we listen to those voices, the more we believe them. It works in the positive way too. It's just going to be tougher to listen to the positive because it's just obviously way easier to listen to the negative, right? So don't let people make you feel like crap about yourself when they're projecting their insecurities on you. Send that shit back. You're like, I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say to me reflects off me and bounces back to you. Like, remember that saying? Kind of adopt that for this. But again, the body positivity starts with us because society has told us for so long how to look. And it varies throughout the ages too. Oh, you should look like this. Oh, you need to look like this. Oh, you need to look like this. So honestly, just be you, because it'll eventually come back into style anyways, right? So don't listen to what anybody has to say. I mean, obviously, if it's affecting your health, maybe tweak some things for your best interest, but not everybody needs to look like a supermodel. Not everybody needs to look like a superstar athlete. And that's your business. If it's your body, it's your business. Just keep telling yourself that too. Like, it's none of anybody's business but my own. So repeat that to yourself constantly. Try and block out what people say. Again, it'll get easier the more you practice it. And just remember to love yourself, because you are you, and that is beautiful. Okay, so I will see everybody next week. Bye. Love yourself. Love yourself.